Job status, untouchable. Supporters' opinion, C+. I think there's a bug there. So what is going on, and welcome to this episode of Build a Nation. Thank you for joining me as we are closing in on the end of the season with Egersons in the second tier of Norwegian football. Now, if you are new here or you are not subscribed, because I'm going to do that standard YouTube thing, 78% of people are not subscribed. I mean, the amount of people I watch who say that, it makes you wonder, do YouTube just lie to us about that? Because it seems every channel, around 80% of people who watch it aren't actually subscribed to the channel. So please go down and hit that subscribe button and comment below your opinion on this series so far. Okay, so let's get into today's episode. And yeah, there's possibilities of history being made today. There's possibilities that we are going to achieve stuff that I really didn't think we were going to be achieving, and it's been a strange season. So the first thing to mention is we went right the way through the summer window, didn't sell anyone, but didn't add anyone to the squad as well. I am relatively satisfied with the team we've got, with the players we have, and with the staff we have. So we didn't need to make any changes in them departments. Let's move on to the schedule screen, and as you can see, yeah, it's going better than we ever could have imagined, and to an extent, absolutely terrifying that there's a possibility, and I mean a very, very big possibility now, that next season we will be in the top flight, and our team is nowhere near ready for that. I think the players we've got are good enough for that level, but in about 3 or 4 years, not now. Could be interesting. So let's go through it. Since the Brina game, we played Jev at home, Borussia and Slaveland on the score sheet there. Then went away to Fredrikstad and we got a 93rd minute equaliser, so Borussia and Volias on the score sheet. Then we played Skiel and got a 4-3 victory. Larsen, Madsen, Marthinesen and Flo with no own goal got us the victory in the 60th minute. Then Osona, where Volas got a hat-trick and Borussia got the other goal in a 4-0 victory. We then played Sogndal and we got a 0-0. They went down to 10 men with a foul on Borussia. He must have been upset because 10 minutes later he two-footed someone. So he ended up picking up a red card. We did then go out in the next game, got a 5-2 victory with Knapsku getting 3 goals, Volas and Orna on the score sheet there, Orna stepping in after Borussia picked up the red. We then scored 5 for the second game in a row, Knapsku on the score sheet again, Slaveland, Orna again, and Sorter, our young winger. I do actually have a face pack fixed for him, I just need to get put into the game. We then played Mjøndalen and got a 1-0 victory. Now, bear in mind, these were former top flight Mjøndalen, so I did think it was going to be a struggle. But we just look dominant at the minute, we really do. We then played Ranheim at home. That was one of our toughest games. Knapsku scored for us, but we never looked great in that game. But we did bounce back against Bern with a 3-0 victory, Borussia and Knapskog with 2. And then we've just played Start and got a 1-0 victory. And yeah, I'm starting to believe when we are scoring 90th minute winners in games, you know we're just edging towards something very, very special. We've not lost since the 12th of May in the league. And we are now on the 29th of September. If we go to the league table, you can see we are secured playoffs, and with 5 games to go, we are 9 points clear of Haugesund, 10 points clear of Andal. So a victory today away from home to Andal would see us go 12 points clear of Haugesund, with a possible 12 points to go, and with a far superior goal difference. So this game is pivotal in that. Then hopefully the next video would just be an end of season review, which would see us being champions of the second tier, which it just sounds mad. It just sounds absolutely crazy. So if we look at the squad so far this season and going into this game, Knapskog is now our top goal scorer with 10. But look to the side. His ability now is a 4.5-star rating at 17 years old. And wow. He is developing very, very well to be one of the best players, I think. And he's only going to get better, especially if we go up. Playing in the top flight, you can imagine how quickly his ability is going to rise. Volas with 10 as well. He did really well last year and he's continued that into this season. 9 for Berisha, Orna with 6, Larson with 5 and Slaveland with 5. And then going on to assists, Madsen has double figures, but he is leaving us. He's going back to Denmark in the winter, and he did say he wanted to leave. And he did say he was homesick, so the fact he's now agreed to go to Denmark is better, because in the old versions you would have a player who was homesick and then they would move to a club further away from where they come from. So I'm glad they fixed that issue. So in today's game, we do have a couple of injuries. We have Larson, our left winger, is out at the minute. Sorter, one of our backup wingers, and Krog is still on his way back from his broken leg. So we are playing Orna on the left wing as an inside forward. We did that in the last game, and he does look quite solid there. Now, one thing to point out is, going into next season, we have our main left back is Philippe Opreya, who is still only 18 years old. He will do a good job, so I'm confident with that. But I've decided I'm going to retrain Larson, who's been our left winger this season, as an inverted wing back. And my thinking there is, if we can get a solid right back for these more defensive games, we can play him as an inverted fullback. Larson drops in alongside a defensive midfielder from the inverted wing-back role, and it gives us that bank of 5 in defence against the tougher teams next year if we do go up. Because I do think we need that kind of second tactic for the games away from home against teams where we just don't have that super ability to get the victory, in my opinion. So the team for today, though, is Sherstein in goal, Fanny, Midskogen, Merland and Madsen. Sether is in defensive mid. He's been given a lot more game time recently. I just want to see if we can develop him. He kind of stagnated a bit attribute-wise, so we are working on that. Knapskog and Slaveland, Volas, Orna and Berisha up top. So let's get into it. Andal away from home. They start the episode in 4th place. But yeah, the reason I did come back was if we'd beat Andal today, we would have clinched promotion. But Haugesund getting a victory in between episodes has put a dent on that. But we technically can go up unless there's an insane goal difference swing if we do get a victory today. So corner here for Andal. Egil Jonsson puts it in. Front post, but we do win the header. Comes to the back post, we win the header again. I did see on the defensive detailed stats for the league, we are winning it in terms of headers won and the amount of headers in games. So aerially, we are one of the best teams in the division. In fact, we are the best team in the division, which is nice to see, because if you remember before the season started, attribute-wise, we weren't the best. So it is nice to see that we're performing above that. Okay, I can see Berisha has a potential thigh injury. We will try to see if he can play on for a bit for now, but maybe we're going to have to make a change there. As we give a ball away with a silly ball out wide, and are now on the offence again, but they do have to go all the way back into their own half. Ball over the top though, they are in, and it is 1-0 to Andal. Okay, I've just demanded more. See if we can just give them that kick up the backside they need. Come on. 30 minutes in, there's literally nothing happening from our end. I'm just going to fire us up, see if we can give ourselves a kick up the backside and get back into this game. So at the minute, we are sleeping. Right, Orna now goes back to Fanny in defensive right back position. We end that highlight, do it? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is, we're not looking good trying to play out in this game, so we do just switch things up and just go a bit more direct. We are comfortable as a team to play just that bit more direct play, midfield straight to attack, defence midfield attack, instead of playing it around. You know when I'm not talking, that bit gets cut.
No, I'm taking the risk.
My wife. My wife just crawled along the floor behind the camera. Bear in mind she's like 7 months pregnant. Good job. You're just showing that you're still flexible. Yeah. even managed to stand back up. 55 minutes in. Come on, what are we doing in this game? Maybe the pressure of a game which could pretty much secure us promotion has got to the players. They're getting nervous, they're panicking. Okay, Fanny now, down the right hand side to Volas. Goes all the way back to Midskogen. Forward again to Fanny. He goes inside to Setha. Back to Fanny. Ball, back post. Oh, we don't get to it. We are going to make a couple of changes, I think. Berisha's going to come off. I think Uglan can come in and play in that pressing forward role. I think we're going to bring in Mathenison in defensive mid. And I think Fanny will come out and we'll bring on this insanely good striker stroke right back to continue his insane form he's had this season in terms of when he comes off the bench he looks good. When he starts games, doesn't look the best, to be honest. Right, ball on the top. Volas brings it down. Oh, we've hit the post. What an effort that was. That was direct play. Let's up the tempo. Let's get into them just a little bit more. See what we can do here. Come on. Stop messing around now. There's 10 minutes to go. We all out attack. Come on. We would only go 7 points clear of Andal with a possible 12 available. And Start are closing in on us as well. Madsen puts it in. We do win the header. Oh, I didn't know what was happening there. The keeper was way too confident letting that go. Way too confident. And that is it. Andal 1, Egerson 0. We've lost away from home in a disappointing game, by the way. Start looked like they only drew. So we are still 4 points clear. But only 7 clear of Andal with 4 games left. So technically we need 2 wins in the last 4 games. Andal are playing away from home. And we are at home to Haugesund, who are in 4th. So again, they could technically close the gap to within 6 points of us. We could get a win and go well clear of Haugesund, and Andal could slip up. And we could go 10 clear with 9 to go. It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. You are going to find out in this episode, though. Okay, so this game, the next match against Haugesund, is looking like we're going to sneak a victory here with 2 set-piece goals from Midskogen. So I was get 2-1 victory. We weren't that good in this game. But Larson on the left wing did come off the bench in the second half, returned from injury, because we did have a 14-day gap between the last game and this game. So we are now 7 points clear of 3rd place, which will be Start or Andal. If Start win, we're still 7 points clear of Andal, who will drop down. The next games then, Start play tomorrow, but that's okay, that result isn't the biggest one for us. Andal are at home to Mjøndalen, and we play KF Oslo, so we could technically secure promotion and the title in this game against KF Oslo. This must be what it feels like when your team's absolutely bottling it and throwing away any possibilities, as we are going down to defeating Oslo. And it's not looking good. Andal are winning 2-0. So we've lost this game 4-2. We'll see them in training tomorrow because they've done everything right all season. And now 2 defeats in the last 3 games. So Andal go 4 points behind us with 2 games to go. We need 1 win from the last 2 games. We play Brina, one of our local rivals, at home next. Okay, so currently we are drawing, and so Andal. So currently this draw is enough to get us promoted. Okay, it's ended. Oh, that last 5 minutes, just nothing happened. I'm going to say I'm disappointed. We've looked so bad. We've looked so... Oh, Andal won. How did they score? They scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. They scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. It's going to go down to the final day of the season. Oh. So as the 4th goal goes in for Yev, I'm starting to question everything from the whole season, because we have dominated this whole season with the ball, looking so solid. And then somehow we've just completely collapsed. And I know sometimes within Football Manager, when you are close to achieving something, sometimes your players do just bottle it. They get anxious. But this is insane. We've had so many just simple passes we've just been unable to do. We've had so many times where we just have a easy ball and we just give it away, or we concede goals which we never would normally concede. It's been absolutely torture to watch. I fired up FM this morning at the Andal game. So going into that game and the recording, I thought, okay, we're going to secure promotion this morning. We're going to build, develop, improve and push on. Sometimes Football Manager has a different idea, because looking at this, working our way down, Start are losing, but we need 2 more goals to equal them and probably go ahead of them goal difference. We're not going to do that. Andal are winning 3-0. So Andal are going to be crowned champions on the last day. On the last day, they've pushed ahead of us and Start. And we have just dropped into the playoffs. We have just dropped into the playoffs with quite possibly the worst run of form possible. Because if we flip the dates round, you will see that we hadn't lost a game since May. Then we lost 3 of the last 5 to lose the chance of promotion. 3 of the last 5 games, which sees us now into the playoffs. So I'm guessing we in the final against Mjordalen, Haugesund or Yev. And then that will result in us playing against Strømsgodset. It's looking like. No, there's still a couple of games left. Rosenborg, Strømsgodset, Sarpsborg. Join me in the next episode where we will have the playoffs and the end of season review. What a disappointing game.